So I'm sure you've heard of the phrase, let's just skip the small talk, right? People talk about this because they just don't want to have small talk over and over and over again. But I'm here to tell you that small talk is actually one of the most important things when you try to meet new people. Now, why is that? First of all, people don't want to have small talk because they don't see any value in it. They think that this is all just surface level stuff, right? They think that they're not actually getting to know the person when they just talk about basic stuff like what do you do, what are your hobbies, or whatever it is. But you need to see the importance of small talk. Whenever you meet somebody, right? You obviously wish that there is a topic that you can dive deeper into, but you can only do that through small talk, right? So if you have a scenario like, I don't know, you meet somebody in a new city and you're saying like, oh, what do you do here? And they say, I'm just traveling, right? And so this is still small talk, but then you ask like, oh, you're traveling. Where have you been? Right? Well, where else have you been? And they say something like, I don't know, Bangkok. Let's just say Bangkok, for example. That's a real life example, actually. So I met this guy. I told him, like, what are you doing here? And he's just, I've been traveling. And I said, where have you been? And he said, Bangkok. And I asked him, like, what did you do in Bangkok, right? And then he said, I went to Bangkok to do Muay Thai. Now, me, obviously, I'm somebody who really likes Muay Thai and martial arts because I do it myself. And then that was a topic that I could dive deeper into, right? So you need to have small talk in order to find a topic that you can dive deeper into. That is the whole reason of small talk. The problem that most people do is whenever there's small talk, they become disinterested, right? And they don't want to talk, like they want to keep doing that small talk because in their mind it just is surface level. But this is what you need to do. Whenever you have small talk, you pick up the things that you're interested in and then you dive deeper into it. So in that example, we talked about Muay Thai. I started talking about Muay Thai, like about fighters, about his favorite fighters. And then I said something that was relatable. I said, like, I hate when people stomp your knee really hard in sparring because that's a move that can get you hurt, right? Or when I say like, oh, I slow kick this guy just for practice so he could catch it, and then he swept me so I fell on the ground. And we were talking about these relatable things like, I hate when that happens, I hate when this happens. So you have that connection, right? It doesn't matter. Obviously, you don't need to do Muay Thai in order to do this type of stuff, but it could be travel, it could be, working out, it could be fitness, it could be history. That's also a big thing, right? And that's why it's also important that you know more stuff. The more you know, the more topics you can dive deeper into. So always remember that small talk is really important in order to pick up these subjects while you're talking, where you could dive deeper into. And that's why you need to be a good listener as well. And that's basically it. That is the importance of small talk, right? Now, by the way, I have a one-on-one coaching program. No pressure though. I always say you have all the information you need on my YouTube channel. But if you want to have somebody by your side that helps you whenever you go out, somebody who's texting you, right? Whenever you have social anxiety or you're not making any progress, then I decided to offer that one-on-one coaching program. But if you're somebody that can do it by themselves, good for you. My YouTube channel is all that you need. All right. So that's basically it. Always remember, small talk is important if you do it the right way and if you actively try to pursue these topics where you can dive deeper into. So that's basically it. Always remember, blend in, stand out, and belong anywhere. Take care.